Shalom and welcome to 2 minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Tefila without Shemona Esrei, Part 3. We discussed in the previous 2 shiurim, shiur number 801, shiur number 813, the status of a Shemona Esrei without Yaaleh V'yavo. And we said that even though ostensibly at first glance it seems to be machlokas between Tosas and Prensa, whether it's still a fine Shemona Esrei, but just missing Yaaleh V'yavo, or do we say no, without Yaaleh V'yavo it's not a Shemona Esrei? So we said in the previous year it could be that everyone really agrees it's a tefilla. The only machlokas is it a mincha, meaning that if it's mincha tam, I didn't say Yaaleh V'yavo. So everyone agrees I did a Maisa Tefila. I don't have to say Baruch Shem from Asalam Ved after all the brachas that I said. And it's not considered Bracha Levatala. It just, was it Mincha? According to Tosot, it was a Mincha. And if I remember at night, I don't need to go back to do Tashlum because I Davin Mincha. According to Chacham I didn't Davin Mincha. So according to this idea that even according to Chacham Vedza, a Tefillah without Yaaleh V'yavo is in fact a tefilla, a lot of points come out. What happens if I'm davening Shemona Esrei? I don't know Kavana for the first bracha, which is indispensable. So it's a big problem. Simple halacha should be I have to go back. Yet the minhag today is not to go back, because we say, who says you're going to get it right and have the first bracha with Kavana? You mess up the first time, you mess up the second time, unfortunately. So let's say I did the first bracha. I'm finished. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't have any kavanah. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't have kavanah for the first bracha. So Mishabur says, well, what should I do? Should I continue to say more brachos? Should I say Atah Gibor? I should just continue. If my first bracha is no good, how do I continue? Can I build a second, third, fourth, fifth, 19th floor building and I don't have a first floor? I can't. So how can I go ahead and have a Shemona Esrei with 17, 18 more floors, a second bracha, till the 19th? I don't have my first bracha down. But yet when he says the svara, he should say more harif. How do you say a bracha levatala, another bracha levatala, another bracha levatala, when you don't have the first bracha with Kavana? Once the first bracha is with Kavana, everything falls. And everything after it should be Levatala. He doesn't say it's Levatala. So it could be once again that yes, it's true that tefillah without Kavana is not tefillah. But we have to clarify what that means. No, if I'm davening mincha, and I daven mincha without Kavana, I don't think of the first bracha what it's all about. It's not a mincha, but it's a ma'isa tefillah. It's not bracha levatala. Mishabur doesn't say to say it in vain, that you say Baruch Shem from Aved, and he didn't say that if you say another bracha, it's going to be another bracha in vain, another bracha in vain, another bracha in vain. Why not? Because it's not in vain. It's a tefillah, it's a midah, lefnei Hashem. The only thing is I'm not yotzei machiv mincha, but I did a ma'isa tefillah. So it continues this theory, this svara that we've said, that a tefillah, even if it's imperfect, and even if I need to go back again, like without Yaaleh, I didn't say Yaaleh, I would have to go back. And even if it's without Kavana, I have to go back, it still might be a Maisa Tefillah. Another Nafka Minas from this idea would be, in Morid Hageshem, Biur discusses in Kuf Davined. What's Halacha in Kuf Davined? See what Kuf Davined, I'm saying Shemona Esrei, and I said Morid Hageshem during the summer season. I have to go back to the beginning. And Biur quotes Shaarai Teshuva, who quotes the Ritva. And when it says I go back to the beginning, where do I go back to? He says, I don't go back to Hashem Sefatai Tiftach. I only go back to Berachot Hashem. Why? For the last few brachas, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brachas, I said, with Morid Hageshem in the middle there, it's all in vain, and therefore I've been just doing nothing the last few minutes, one Berachot after another Berachot, and therefore Hashem Sefatai Tiftach ended up as an introduction to tefilla, but I didn't have a tefilla. Not true. What I've been doing till now is a Ma'aseh tefilla, and my Hashem Sefatai Tiftach was a legitimate introduction, and therefore I would have to go back to Hashem Sefatai Tiftach because that still stands. So once again, we see two more examples of the concept of what? A Ma'aseh tefilla, even if it's not fulfilling the mitzvah mincha, it's not a Tefilas Mincha, but it's a Ma'aseh tefilla. To Nafka Minas we just mentioned, that even without Kavana, it's a Ma'aseh tefilla, even not into mincha. And I just Davin improperly. I said, Morid Hageshem, I'm not supposed to. I have to go back to the beginning, and therefore it's not a proper mincha, but it's a Ma'aseh tefilla, and therefore Hashem Sefatai Tiftach still stands. That's Hashem. Part 4 will finish off with a few more Nafka Minas. Shalom.